Namaste to all, and again I'm going to explain this. Binary search algorithm A, number of elements N, ELE. While in binary search algorithm, LB means lower bound, that means location of the first element. UB means upper bound, location of the last element, and then B means location of the first element, E location of the last element. Actually UB means lower bound, or we can say location of the first element. UB means upper bound, LB lower bound, and M means location of middle element. M means location of the middle element. ELE element to be searched, or we can say it's a search key. So under binary search technique, so it divides the given array into two halves, and search key is compared with the center element. And if search key is less than the center element, then searching process involves in the first half. If search key is greater than the center element, then searching process involves in the second half. Just go through this one. How to specify the first half? So we know that LB or lower bound or B is the location of the first element, that is treated as the location of the first element. E is treated as the location of the last element. B means beginning, E means end. E means end. And here what happens is, whenever you are going to specify a list or array elements, just we have to specify location of the first element and location of the last element. So automatically what happens is, it will consider all the elements between first and last that will be in the array. And after searching search key with the center element, if search key is less than the center element, then searching involves in the first half. So how to prepare or how to make that particular list in the first half? So just specifying end equal to mid minus 1. End equal to mid minus 1. If search key is greater than the center element, if search key is greater than the center element, then searching involves in the second half, and B equal to mid plus 1. B equal to mid plus 1. In that way we have to specify. So step 1, set B equal to LB. Set B equal to LB. E equal to UB. LB means location of the first element in any array or in any list, that will be equal to 0. And E equal to UB. UB means upper bound. Normally, in case if you are using n number of elements, UB means n minus 1. Last location, n minus 1. And second step is, while B is less than or equal to E, B is less than or equal to E, means location of the first element is less than or equal to E, then almost in any array it's almost like that only. M equal to int B plus E divided by 2. B plus E divided by 2. So what happens is, while B is less than or equal to E, less than okay. So what is the meaning of equal to? So sometimes what happens is, while repeatedly you are going to divide the list or array into two halves. So what happens is, automatically sometimes big location of the first element and location of the last element, that will be the same location. So that's why B is less than or equal to E. B is less than or equal to E, and M equal to int B plus E divided by 2. So what is the purpose of using int? Here int means that is to specify the integer value only. In case if you have some locations, 6 elements, and locations starting from 0 to 5, to find the center element, 0 plus 5 divided by 2. So what happens is, answer is 2.5. Answer is 2.5. So to eliminate this one, 0.5. So second one, that means 2, element number 2 is treated as the center element. So to eliminate 0.5 fractional part, we need int. Actually this concept that is in the first year syllabus, that is type conversion. That is to convert floating point to integer. Floating point to integer. So M equal to int B plus E divided by 2. Next, third step. If ELE is equal to A of M, actually this step that will be repeatedly continues like this. If ELE equal to A of M, that means search key is equal to center element, then just we have to specify location equal to m, location equal to m, and then go to step number 4. Actually, go to step number 4 is an unconditional format. So in C++ we are using break statement. So break statement is to come out of the loop, that is come out of the loop. Actually here we are using while loop, so we can use break in C++. Else, if it is not equal to center element, else, so what happens? If ELE is less than A of m, if ELE is less than A of m, that means search key is less than the center element, B equal to m plus 1. B means beginning is equal to m plus 1, else end is equal to m plus 1. End equal to m plus 1. Next use end while. Step number 4. If location is greater than 0, print LOC, else print search key is unsuccessful, and last step is exit. Here also in linear search we are using the same method. If LOC is greater than or equal to 0, print LOC, else print search key is or searching process is unsuccessful. Next exit. Okay, these are about binary search algorithm. Next one is record program. It's one of the record programs. Write a program to implement binary search technique. Actually, this one is one of the record programs, and you can expect this program to final examination, and you can expect this program in practical examination also. And here, hash include iostream.h. Next, void main function. Next statement is we have to specify all the variables int a of 50, I, n, m, position, b, e, and n. A of 50 means array elements total 50. That means it's a limit of elements that we can use in our program. I, that is to specify the location values. That means here we are accessing index values to read array elements. Next, n, total number of elements that we can use, that must be less than or equal to 50. Next, m means that is the location of the center element, or we can say middle element. And position, that is to specify the location. After searching process successful, so we have to specify the location of the search key. Location of the search key, it is present in the list. And b means location of the first element. B means location of the first element. E means location of the last element. B means you can say beginning. E means end. And ELE, element to be searched. ELE means element to be searched. Next, see out enter number of elements. C in n. Next statement is see out enter the elements. So two statements, for statement and C in function, it performs traversal, and here for I equal 0, I less than n, I plus plus, C in A of 5, reading array elements, I is starting from 0 to n minus 1. Next, see out enter the search key, C in ELE. So search key is ELE, and then now we are implementing the actual algorithm of binary search technique. So first specify location or position. Here we are using position equal to -1, and b equal to 0, location of the first element, b equal to 0, e equal to n minus 1, location of the last element. And while b is less than e, and m equal to b plus e divided by 2. And of course we can use int here. But it's not required. Actually, it is already given it as an integer. So automatically it performs type conversion. So we can say implicit type conversion. No need of any operators. Okay, m equal to b plus e divided by 2. And then if ELE equal to a of m, search key is equal to a of m, then position equal to m, and break. So what happens is, in any case, if this condition is true, so it will come out of the loop. So directly may go for this particular position. Okay, let me explain that. Else, if ELE is less than a of m, if ELE search key is less than the center element a of m, so what happens is E is equal to m minus 1. But in algorithm it is given that b equal to m plus 1. Make a small change in your algorithm also. It should be e equal to m minus 1, and else if it is not true, what happens? B equal to m plus 1. If searching involves in the second half, if search key is greater than the center element, so automatically what happens is b equal to m plus 1. Next, close flower parenthesis. Actually, this flower parenthesis that indicates the end of flower parenthesis already initialized it after while statement. If position is greater than or equal to 0, if position is greater than or equal to 0, that means if this condition is true and it will come across these particular segments. So what happens? If position is greater than 0, then see out position. We have to specify the position, and else see out search is unsuccessful. See out search is unsuccessful. This condition is false, so automatically it will display search is unsuccessful and closed flower parenthesis. Okay, these are about program, C++ program to implement binary search technique. Okay, let us go through some examples how to implement binary search technique. So, in your textbook, there is a question: apply binary search algorithm for the following sequence. So, array elements are 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 and 60. So, total number of elements is equal to 9. Total number of elements equal to 9. So, we are starting index value starting from 0 to 8, and search key is equal to 35. So, how to implement binary search or how to trace binary search algorithm in our program or in our table? Just go through this one. So, first write array elements like this. Next, search key is 35. Next, variables are beginning, end, middle and position. So, initially beginning equal to 0, it is the location of the first element, and location of the last element is this one. So, here it is E and here it is B, beginning and end. Next, how to find out the center element? 0 plus 8 divided by 2. So, automatically, so what happens is 0 plus 8 divided by 2. So, what happens? Middle is equal to, means position is equal to 4. This is the mid location. So, what happens? So, 40 is compared with the search key, 40 and 35. 40 and 35, so no need to change. So, position is equal to minus 1. 40 is not equal to 35, so position is equal to minus 1. So, what happens? Next, 40 and not equal to 35, so searching involves in the first half because 35 is less than the 40. So, again we have to find, that means we have to relocate end position. So, like this, that means end is equal to mid minus 1. End is equal to mid minus 1. End is equal to mid minus 1. So, this location is treated as the end. So, location number 3 is treated as the end. So, B equal to 0, E equal to 3. So, how to find out the mid location? 0 plus 3 divided by 2, answer is 1.5. So, let it be there, fraction part is not required. So, we have to take 1 only. So, B equal to 0, E equal to 3, M equal to 1. So, comparison between. So, here it is a center element. Now, it is middle. So, 20 is compared with the 35. So first half, again we are dividing this one as the beginning, end, this one is middle. So, first half and second half. Actually, here second half involves two elements like this. So, middle element, that is 20, is compared with the 35. 20 is compared with the 35. So, what happens? 35 is greater than 20. So, we have to go through this one. That means second half. Searching involves in the second half. So, again we have to use relocate B. So, B will be mid plus 1. So, that is the mid plus 1. So, it is the B, and E is the next location. B is equal to 2, B is equal to 2, E is equal to 3. Again we have to find out the center element. 2 plus 3 divided by 2. 5 plus 5 divided by 2. So, what happens? 2.5. So, we have to take only fraction, integer part. Here it is minus 1 only. So m equal to 2 and position equal to, again we have to compare with 30 and 35. Nowadays mid is beginning and mid is same location, beginning and mid that will be in same location. So what happens? So comparison between 30 and 35. So 30 is not equal to 35. So again we have to take mid plus 1. Beginning is equal to mid plus 1. So same location will be considered as beginning, end, and next later we have to calculate 3 plus 3 divided by 2. So again we have to relocate mid. So three locations are, that is pointing to the same location, that is 3. So beginning equal to 3, end equal to 3 and mid equal to 3. And here it is minus 1 only location. So 30 and 35 not equal to each other. So what happens? So it is pointing to these three variables, beginning, end and mid. They are pointing to the same location. So 35 and 35. So 35 is equal to 35. Search key is equal to the center element. So what we have to do? Position is equal to 3. So automatically we have to change this one. Okay, these are about binary search algorithm. Actually, it's one of the most important algorithm for your examination purpose. Next concept under linear data structure is inserting an element. For example, we have a list of elements, and in that list of elements, suppose if you want to insert an element to the list. How to insert an element to the list? There are a lot of algorithms regarding to this one. How to insert an element? See, there are some algorithms that is to how to insert an element to the initial location or first position, or some algorithm that explains how to insert an element to the last location, or some algorithm that explains how to insert an element to the center or any other location. Okay, let it be that. So finally we can say that insertion refers to the inserting an element into the array. See, for example, we have an array A of 6 elements. A of 6 elements, and elements are 10, 8, 15, 12, 18 and 21, and its locations are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So total 6 elements. Suppose if you want to insert an element to this location, this particular location, and here location number 3. Location number 3. So you are going to insert an element to this particular location. So what happens? To insert an element to this location, we have to shift all the elements starting from this location. We have to shift all the elements to the right, one position right. So how we have to, or we can implement this? So automatically we have to create a place to that one. So what happens? Fifth element that will be shifted to this one. So easily we can say, we can implement for statement. For statement we can implement for, and here in for statement, a of I equal to, so last location, n minus 1 to, last location I equal to n minus 1 to this particular location, or we can say position, or we can name it as P. And after this, so starting from the last element, so a of I plus 1, this particular element, 6th location, I plus 1. So last we are taking n minus 1, n minus 1 is equal to 5. So instead of that one, we are using the next location, I plus 1, so this one, equal to, that will be assigned by the previous location, value of the previous location, a of I. See, for I equal to n minus 1 to p, I equal to n minus 1 to p, that means reverse order we are taking, or we can say decrement order, I equal to n minus 1 to p, a of I plus 1 equal to a of I. And then automatically what happens is 21 that will be shifted to the next location, and the same manner 18 will be shifted to the next location, and 12 will be shifted to this location. And then this particular location that will be empty, and we can insert our element to this particular location. That means a of P or a of position is equal to item. Item is the element to be inserted. Item is the element to be inserted. Like this way we can implement inserting an element to the list or to a particular location. And here we can implement algorithm. See, algorithm name is insertion array A of n elements and its position, or position means it's a location. We can say position or P. Position or P. Here, A is an array with n elements. Item is an element to be inserted in the position P. And first step, for I equal to n minus 1 down to P. That means decreasing order. Decreasing order we are taking. That means this location. See, for I equal to n minus 1 down to P. And then second step, in the same step, so second phase, A of I plus 1 equal to A of I. A of I plus 1 equal to A of I, and then end form. And so what happens? All the elements shifted one position to right, and then so automatically location number or location value P, that will be empty, and A of P equal to item. Item is the element to be inserted, that will be inserted to the A of location A of P, and its value is A of P only. A of P is equal to item. And then, so after inserting an element to the list, so what happens? Automatically total number of elements will be decremented by 1. So n equal to n plus 1. N equal to n plus 1, and last step is exit. Okay, these are about inserting an element to the list. Inserting an element to the list. Here it is a record program regarding to that one, inserting an element to the list or an array. And algorithm, you know that one, we studied that one so far. And here it's one of the record program. Write a program to insert an element into the array. And here hash include iostream.h, hash include iomanic.h, iostream.h, that is for input output stream, iomanic.h, that is to specify the manipulator, or use the inbuilt function defined under manipulators, or iomanic.h header file. Next is void main function, void main, and here int a of 10, total 10 elements, I, n, ELE and position. I is to specify the index value, or we can say its location. N means total number of elements. ELE is the search key. ELE is the search key, not search key. Insert an element to the location, particular location. And POS means position. POS means position. And here instead of POS we can take P. POS, that is to specify the position, or P also we can take. Cout, enter number of elements. Enter number of elements. C in n. Again, cout, enter n elements. Enter n elements. And here what happens is cout enter. For example, here given value is equal to 5. So what happens is cout enter 5 elements. Enter 5 elements. And then we have to use traversal, or we have to implement traversal for I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, C in A of I, that is to read total number of elements available in an array. Next, cout, enter the element to be inserted. So, which element that you are going to insert to the list, that will be accessed by the user. C in ELE. Next, cout, enter the position. Instead of position, you can use P only. Cout, enter position. C in P. C in P. And then, if P is greater than 0, position is, greater than n. P is greater than n. So what happens is, total number of elements n is equal to 5. If you are asking for to insert the element to the 7th location or 8th location, so what happens? It's invalid location. So if P is greater than n, just we have to display cout invalid location or invalid position. And then else, if P is not, if it is not greater than n, if it is less than n and it is greater than or equal to 0, in that location, if it is greater than or equal to 0 and less than n, so what happens? If it is not true, for I equal to n minus 1, I is greater than or equal to P, I minus minus. That means we are going to implement inserting an element to the list algorithm. So for I equal to n minus 1, I is greater than or equal to P, I minus minus. A of I plus 1 equal to A of I. That means next location, next higher order location. We are going to insert the present element, present location element that will be assigned to the next location. A of I plus 1 equal to A of I. So far we know that equal sign or assignment operator, it uses right to left associativity. So what are the values given in right? That will be assigned to left. So that's why it uses right to left associativity. A of I plus 1 equal to A of I, that will be assigned to like this here. And then A of P equal to E and E. A of P, that means mathematically a vacuum or empty place created here. So A of P is equal to E and E. That such key, or sorry, that element that will be assigned to A of P. Then, so after this operation, insertion, just we have to increment the value n equal to n plus 1. So total number of elements that will be incremented. So after inserting an element to the list, so total number of elements that will be incremented. So n equal to n plus 1. And after this, see out elements are, use this one, closed flower parenthesis, that indicates this one particular, this open flower parenthesis and closed flower parenthesis. These two parentheses, flower parentheses are pairs. Okay. Next, elements after insertion are use a slash n escape sequence. For I equals 0, I less than n, I plus plus, see out A of I, see out A of I. So that will display all the elements. Next use get ch and closed flower parenthesis. Okay, these are about inserting an element to the list. Is one of the record programs. Next concept under data structure is deleting an element from the list, or we can say deletion operation. Deletion operation. So it's one of the linear data structures, operations on linear data structures. So deleting an element from the list. See, deletion refers to the removing an element from the list. How to remove the elements? See, here for example, you can take array A of 5 elements. Array A of 5 elements. Elements are 10, 15, 5, 8, 16 like this. For example, if you are going to delete an element, this particular element that means you are going to delete is, first thing is we have to specify item equal to something. Item means element to be deleted. Item equal to A of P. So that indicates item equal to A of P indicate. Here item equal to 5 and A of P indicates its location. A of 2. That should be specified by the user. Then only it's possible to remove the item or delete an item from the list. And here simply we are taking A of P means its location I plus 1. Starting from I plus 1. That means I plus 1 that will be assigned to A of I. A of I assigned by A of I plus 1. So that means this element that will be allocated to the previous location or next lower order position. Next consecutive or subsequential lower order position like this, and 16 will be assigned to the previous location like this. In case if you have more elements in this particular array, and each and every time you are going to assign the previous element to the particular location. So like this only we are using deleting an element from the list, and after this particular allocating or allocation, we have to use n equal to n minus 1. So n equal to n minus 1 indicates decrement in the total number of elements. Decrement in the total number of elements. And hereafter we can go through this one algorithm. How to implement deleting an element from the list or deletion operation. So deletion operation means removing an element from the list. So positions should be mentioned and item should be mentioned. So item is which element to be deleted. And here algorithm name should be given, deleting an element from the list, and array name is A, and next element to be deleted is item. Array name A, element to be deleted is item, and number of elements is capital N. Number of elements is capital N, and its position is equal to P. Its position. Position means we have to delete from which position or which location, that should be mentioned by the user, right? Next, step 1. So first thing is we have to mention the element which is to be deleted. item equal to a of p. So that indicates item means element to be deleted equal to a of p means its location also. In which location a of p is there. So item equal to a of p. That means first we are going to highlight the particular element to be deleted. Which element to be deleted, that should be mentioned like this. Item equal to a of p. Next, second step, for I equal to p to n minus 1. For I equal to p to n minus 1, like this, p to n minus 1, n minus 1 means last location, and a of I equal to a of I plus 1. That means next value in next location that will be assigned to the present. A of I equal to a of I equal to a of I plus 1, like this, by using assignment operator. So each and every step for I equal to p to n minus 1. For each iteration, for each instance, we have to assign the previous value like this. That will be continuous like this. And here, next we have to use end for. End for indicates end of this for statement. And then n equal to n minus 1. N equal to n minus 1. So after allocating all the values or deletion operation, we have to decrement the total number of elements by 1. N equal to n minus 1. And then we have to use exit. Okay, these are about deleting an element from the list.